Hello everybody, today we are going to start a new poem, The Quarrel, written by Eleanor Forjon. Synonym of quarrel is fight, argument. Before starting, I would like to ask a simple question to you. Have you had a fight, have you had a quarrel with your brother or sister or with your parents? Yes, of course, obviously. It is common. You can't say no. Even I too, but not now. So it is common for brothers and sisters, or we can say siblings, to quarrel, to fight. Although sometimes they may not even be able to say why they quarrel, why they fight each other. But how long do such quarrels last? How do they end? Let us see. I quarreled with my brother. I don't know what about. One thing led to another, and somehow we fell out. The start of it was slight, the end of it was strong. He said he was right. I knew he was wrong. Here the poet says that I quarreled with my brother. I don't know what about. Here the poet says I had a fight with my brother, but I am not sure the reason of the quarrel. One thing led to another. One thing caused to a new quarrel, new fight over it. And somehow we fell out. Fell out means we quarreled, disagreed. Fell out means disagreed, quarreled. And somehow we quarreled. The start of it was slight. Slight means something unimportant. How was the start? Unimportant. The start of it very slight. The end of it was strong, but the end of it was very serious. Strong means here serious, or we can say ended in a bitter argument. He said he was right. I knew he was wrong. He said, my brother said he was right, but I knew that he was wrong. I was right. Let us move ahead to second and last stanza. We hated one another. The afternoon turned black. Then suddenly my brother thumped me on the back and said, oh, come along. We can't go on all night. I was in the wrong, so he was in the right. Here the poet says that we hated one another. We hated one another, each other, after quarreling, after fighting. The afternoon turned black. Though we fought each other, that's why the afternoon turned sad. Black means here sad. Then later on what happened? Suddenly my brother thumped me on the back and said, oh, come along, we can't go on all night. Thumped means patted. Then suddenly my brother patted me on the back and said, oh, come along, oh, let it be. We can't go on all night. Already we have spent with sadness afternoon. Then we can't go on all night. It means what? His brother, the poet's brother, no longer wanted to fight. He no longer wanted to fight. He no longer wanted to remain sad. I was in the wrong. Now the poet accepts his fault, mistake, and says, I was in the wrong. So he was in the right. Actually, my brother was right. So it is very short and easy words poem. You might have understood this poem. Next, have a look at the board, working with the poem. Here we have to identify the meanings of underlined phrases. Fell out, turned black. Already I have taught you during explanation, but let us complete this task. The first one is, and somehow we fell out. Fell out means disagreed, quarreled. Next, the afternoon turned black. Turned black means turned sad. Clear? Next, second bit. Read these lines from the poem. How many lines are there? There are 5 lines are there. They are, the first one is, one thing led to another. Second, the start of it was slight. Third, the end of it was strong. Fourth, the afternoon turned black. Fifth, thumped me on the back. So these 5 lines you have to discuss with your partner, but we are in lockdown, so you alone, individual, yourself have to discuss. Once again you have to read these 5 lines and these 5 lines meanings. Already I have taught you during explanation. That's all for today.